Hello everyone, welcome to today's session. So today we are going to discuss about the enumeration of HTTP and HTTPS. So what is enumeration? So basically the enumeration is the process of collecting information about a network or system, and we can use nmap for enumeration to identify host, services and open ports on a network. And the informations that we are going to get from enumeration, we can use this information to identify potential vulnerabilities and security weaknesses. Okay, so that's why enumeration is important. So the first command that we are going to see is curl and then I, and then you can specify the IP address. So here I'm using the metasploitable 2, which is this one, which is basically a metasploitable 2, which is vulnerable machine. In your case, you might use your target IP, or you can specify the target URL like HTTPS and then something something.com, like that. So you can specify the URL like that. But here I am using the IP address. Also, you can specify the IP address. And if I press enter, so basically it will fetch the server header. So you can see the status is 200. If you don't have idea about the status, I have discussed about the status and different type of HTTP methods. I have a dedicated video for that. If you don't have idea about that, then please check this out. I will add this link in the description box. And here we can see the date and the server. Most importantly, we got the server information, which is Apache 2.2.28. okay, also you can see they are using the PHP. Also you can see the version, right? And the next command that we are going to see is ls and then al. Let me write it down, then I will explain. Share and map scripts and then grep e http. Okay, if I press enter, okay, so what this command actually did, so this basically listed all files available in this directory. So in this directory there are some by default script. So this script include http, https and all that. But what we have done here, we use the grep command. So grep is basically filter the output to show only lines that contains the http, right? So that's why only we can see the outputs that are related to http. Every line in the output contains the http script. Okay, if we put down the https in here, then we will see the script that are related to https. Okay, so this script are used for advanced scan, including services enumeration and vulnerability detection. We'll use some script in upcoming commands. Now let me write down our next command, which is nmap and then pn, and we can use the service version, port number, and then script http methods. So if I press enter, maybe it will take some time. So let me explain what I have done here. So I am basically here using the nmap. So nmap is basically the network mapper, which is an open source tool used for network exploration, management and security auditing, and it can be used to discover host and services on a computer network, right? And then here we have used the pn. So in order to understand the pn, let me show you a command. Generally we use ping command. Let me write it down. Ping command and the IP address of a network device. So why use the ping command? So ping command is basically used to see whether a network device is reachable or not. If I press enter, I will get some response. So that I'm getting some response, so that means this network device is actually reachable, right? If I let press Control Z. But sometimes what happens, the server side actually block this ping command, right? So that's why we use the pn command instead of ping in here. And then here we can see we have used the sb. So sb is basically enables the version detection, where nmap attempt to determine the version and additional details of the service running on the open ports. And here we have specified the port number 80, which is basically indicate the http. And then here we have used the script http methods. This basically invokes the http method script, which identifies http methods supported by the server. It can be get, post, put, delete. We'll see this. So this basically indicates the http methods supported in this in the server. I'll explain that. Let me explain the command first. And then in here, the script argument passed to the http method script, and here we have used the value as all. So it will attempt all known http methods to check their support. And then we have specify our target ip. So in the output, what we basically got a report for our target ip. We can see our host is up, right? And we can see the port is 80, as we are scanning for port number 80. And we can see the state, which is open, and the service is http, and we can see the version in here. Also we can see the header information, which is Apache 2.2 that we have seen earlier, and the http method support. So the supported methods are get, head, post, and options. So these four methods are generally safe, but in any case, if we got the http method like delete, put, so in that case we can assume that that server is vulnerable. Okay, then we can perform some experiment on that. And here we can see the MAC address, right? And so yeah, now let us show the next command, which is nicto h, and we'll define the IP address in here, 128.1.4. and if we press enter, we'll get bunch of information in here. So let me explain. So basically nicto is basically scan for vulnerabilities and misconfiguration. Here we can see our target IP is in here, which is our target IP, and we can see the port is 80. Also you can see the server over here, and we can get the more information about the PHP version. We can see the X-frame option header is not present. So that means, as the X-frame options header is not present in here, that means this site is vulnerable to clickjacking. Then the attacker might perform the clickjacking in that server. And we can see the X content type options header is not set. That means this, which may lead to MIME sniffing attack. So the attack is named MIME sniffing attack. The attacker can perform. And we can see the mode negotiation is enabled. So as the mode negotiation is enabled in here, that means we can perform the brute force file names. So in the next video, I will show you how we can perform the brute forcing on the file names. This is going to be interesting. We can see the version in here, Apache again, and we can see the HTTP trace method is active. So that means which may lead to a certain attack called XST, which is called cross-site tracing. So yeah, and we can see some directories. Also we can see php info.php, which is a test script that outputs detail server information, including environment variables and configurations. So generally, if we got this kind of file, that means we can get some potential vulnerabilities. Also you can see some directories over there. So yeah, let me check what else we can do. We can see another directories in here. So yeah, here we have found another one, wp-config.php, which is a backup of the WordPress configuration file. that file might contain sensitive information like database credentials, and which should not be actually accessible. So that means this server is pretty much vulnerable, right? So check out the output in a very well manner so that you can identify the vulnerabilities. So that's it for today. So in the upcoming videos I'll show you how you can perform the brute forcing, and also I'll show you some more comments so that we can get some more information. So that's it for today. See you in the next video.